Welcome to the Book Buzz Show with Cheryl, where we dive into the captivating world of books. Here at the Book Buzz Show, we encourage you to make your pages turn with joy and immerse yourself in a magical literary experience. Enjoy the show. Welcome to the Book Buzz Show with Cheryl, where we dive into the captivating world of books. Here at the Book Buzz Show, we encourage you to make your pages turn with joy and immerse yourself in a magical literary experience. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to the Book Buzz Show. I am your host, Cheryl Brooks. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. If you enjoy the upcoming show, please like, follow, and subscribe to the show. And also, particularly, be sure to like this particular broadcast to help the show get noticed. Also, here at the Book Buzz Show, we do discuss the characters and the story with minor spoilers, nothing too major that would ruin your reading enjoyment, just enough to hopefully encourage you to get the book. Also, please stick around for our second segment where me and my co-host give our highlights of the week, and be sure to have pen and paper ready for that, as well as with our guests. We also do what's on your bookshelf, where we ask the guests to give 3 book recommendations as well. So you should have plenty of book recommendations tonight. Also, let me bring up tonight's book that we'll be discussing. Let's see. And of course, it's giving me a problem since I'm trying to bring it up, of course. But here is the book cover, Damaged by Necessity by Lamartz Brown, for those who are watching. And again, for those who are listening later, it's Damaged by Necessity by Lamartz Brown. Beautiful cover too, by the way. All right, and without further ado, I'm going to bring on tonight's guest along with my co-host this evening, Shavonna Futrell. Yeah, let me bring them one. Hello, welcome back.
Yeah. What's up?
Welcome back to the show.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Okay, let me do something with this. Okay. All right. We're going to get right into it. Let me see. Do we have anybody in the audience?
Oh, yes, we do.
People in the audience. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Miss JB. Hey, Ola. Erica, Jennifer, Myra. Hey, Miss Tony. Hey, Antoinette. All right. So for anybody who's new to you, I know when you were on before, I asked you, so you can just briefly give us a little background as far as when you first got published and what that experience was like.
Absolutely. So I am author Lamartz Brown. I have been writing for about 5 years. I started with my first book, Built on Broken Pieces, and it came out in 2021. So that was my first introduction into this author journey of mine. And I must say, it's been a ride ever since. Let me tell you.
A good ride?
No, a good ride.
Okay,
It's definitely a good ride. I've been indie most of my author journey. My second book, Blank Canvas of You, was published by Be Love Publications.
Okay.
So shout out to my mentor, Be Love, who has helped me on this journey as well. But yeah, so I've been in this for about 5 years now, and this month makes it 5 books. So
Really? Okay.
5 books. So I'm excited. And
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. Okay, so what would you say is the best thing about being an indie author?
I think the best thing about being an indie author is one, you get to kind of do your own thing. Like, if you know, when it comes to the cover, you get to choose the cover. When it comes to the edits with your editor, you get to pick and choose what you want to change, what you don't want to
Right.
change. With a publisher, they not hearing that. You get what I'm saying? But I think that is the the joy of being indie, is being able to control my own work, how I want it, when I want it. So if I want a book to come out tomorrow, a book can come out tomorrow. With a publisher, you have to get on their schedule. So I think
Right.
that's the great thing about being indie.
And I can see that too.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so what I don't think I asked you this before. What is your writing process like?
So my writing process is different each book. I
Oh,
tell
really?
you.
Okay.
Yes, every book is been different. Like with Built on Broken Pieces, which is my first book, literally I was getting up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., and I was writing in the mornings. Like, that was my routine. Waking up early, getting out of bed, oh my God, was so tough. But I sat at that computer, and if I wrote one sentence, I told myself that I did something.
Right.
So that was kind of like my writing process with Built on Broken Pieces. When it came to Blank Canvas of You, I mean, I was writing whenever I can. I was at Panera Bread, writing, coming home, writing. It was a little bit different when it came to Blank Canvas of You. But then when we get to Back Down Memory Lane, I started it when I was on a cruise. I was
Okay.
able to go to the Royal Caribbean. They had Central Park, and I
Hmm.
went in Central Park on Royal Caribbean. I went in their library, and that's where Iceland and Berkeley story started. And once I got off the cruise, the library was my friend for Back Down Memory Lane. I was
Uh-huh.
in the library all the time, writing, because that was my way of kind of getting out of my comfort zone and going somewhere out of my comfort zone so I can get the work done. Now, Damaged by Necessity.
Hmm.
Mm, because because it was a heavy book.
Yes.
Everything was kind of written between home and the library.
Okay.
But Damaged by Necessity, I wrote in pockets. Once I finished Act One, I had to put it down
Okay.
because Act One ended very emotional. So I had to kind of like jump to something else, and then came back to it. So it took me about, this is the longest book, but it's the longest time that it took me to write it. It was about a year and some change
Oh, really?
that
Okay.
it took me. Yeah, it was a very long process because life was life in at that time. So
Hmm.
things were, kind of hectic. So I had to get in where I fit in. And then Sweet Nectar, it was written between Damaged by Necessity. So because Damaged by Necessity was so heavy, I
Hmm.
had to then, go to something that's sexy, something that's
Right.
spicy,
Right.
something to get me kind of like out of that funk. So yeah, it varies.
So what did you do as far as to switch your mindset from the heaviness to going to the more erotic and light? Did
I
you have
had
to
to
put
take a
on a
break.
certain music? Okay.
I had to take a break first. But also, my wife was my prop, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I'll just leave it like that.
Okay.
I'll just leave it like that.
Right,
She
right,
allowed
right.
me to look. She's looking at me. She allowed me to, practice some of them things. So
I get it. I get it.
yeah,
Uh, hey, Midnight. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Midnight. That I love me some Midnight. Oh man,
Yes, me too.
she's
She's
amazing.
she's amazing.
Yes.
Um, and hello, Jennifer is saying Happy National Black Authors Day.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
Hey, Katina. Thanks
Oh,
for
Katina,
joining
that's my girl too. That's my girl
us.
too. I love me some Katina.
Okay, so do you have any writing quirks? Is it something that your routine or something that you have to have when you sit down to write?
And that varies too. But to be honest, I gotta have me a drink, and because I feel like if I have a drink, it kind of get me loose to kind of like really go in, really focus.
Hmm.
So definitely a drink, but no, just
An alcoholic
focus.
drink.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So either I have like some wine or something, not nothing, too crazy.
Right, right.
But yeah, wine have me, get loose so I could get to writing these characters.
You kind of answered this a little bit, but what challenges did you face, if any, writing this current book?
Ooh, there was a lot of challenges, Charlotte. It was very dark. It was a very tough time for me. I was going through a lot. I just had lost my job. We just had lost a baby. So it was real heavy going into damage by necessity, to the point where sometimes I couldn't even think. Sometimes I had to really sit and just stare at the computer, because life was life, and a lot of times when life you have no room for anything else. I mean,
Right.
it was like the whole my whole world was just like coming down. So I think the challenge was leaving my world to enter into somebody else's world that's heavy too. Usually I
Hmm.
write, and don't get me wrong, damage by necessity was therapy. I promise you
Well, it
it
was
was
okay.
therapy, because it allowed me to kind of like shift my focus of the things that I had going on and really put it into a book. So a lot of the themes that you see in damage by necessity, it came from a real place. It
Mm,
really came from a real place.
okay. Uh, Miss JB is saying an adult beverage. That's right.
Oh yes, oh yes. Listen, we don't play.
In your writing, in your stories, what do you think you're most known for?
The twist.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the twist, but after damage by necessity and sweet nectar, people probably gonna say the sex scenes, because they was getting it in damage by necessity. I was like, this is the most sex scenes I ever. Yeah, so
Right, right.
yeah,
But that probably lightened some things.
yeah. No, a shot juice was nasty.
Yes.
Oh man. Shavana, can you read that? I don't know why they had
Yes.
this bar in front of me where I can't read all of it.
I think that's Erica. She said, "So sorry to hear about your losses, but glad you were able to push through and use it for therapeutic and cathartic purposes."
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Erica.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, what advice would you give to someone just starting out in their writing journey?
Who, and I've been getting this question a lot, and I have to say it the only way I can say it. My advice would be, write what the hell you want to write, because at the end of the day, your readers, your supporters are going to find you. I think when I first kind of like started this journey, I was a church boy. I grew up in church. I was in ministerial training. I preached on Sundays. I was a youth leader. Like, I was all of that. So going into Built on Broken Pieces, my debut novel, is I didn't go as hard as I should have, because I worried about what people were going to think and what
Right.
people were going to say. Literally, when I came out with Built on Broken Pieces, I had so many church people on my Facebook page. I didn't even want to post excerpts,
Right,
because
right, right.
I was like, oh my God, they're gonna condemn me, and they're gonna do all of this. But I'm at a point in my writing journey and also my life, is I don't care what people think. And like I said, write what you're gonna write, because you want to be happy with what you put out. And don't get me wrong, I love Built on Broken Pieces, but if I can write it over, it would be more grittier. It would be more like spice. It would be more like just so much more. So yeah, write
Hmm.
what the hell you want,
So when you
please.
gonna rewrite it?
So the crazy part is, Built on Broken Pieces, I will never probably rewrite, but when I write the pre-sequel, you better
Okay.
believe. You better believe. So that's gonna. So I got the pre-sequel 10 years. So 10 years of Built on Broken Pieces is when the pre-sequel is going to come out. So that's how I scheduled it.
Okay.
I like that advice too, because that applies in any part of your life where you have to get to the point
Absolutely.
where you know, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Hey Lisa, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Lisa.
And most stuff in most all books, people in the church are doing it.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Right.
And I had to, and I think because I was kind of like born into it, I didn't know better. But as I got older, I started to see that a lot of those saints is just saints, but they're sinners too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Okay, so we're gonna get into a few fun questions.
Okay.
What is one of your favorite romantic gestures made by one of your characters?
Ooh, so in Damage by Necessity, when a Shy takes Gina to the warehouse, and it is music, it is dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and it is just a romantic way. And for a Shy to do that, it was out of pocket. Like I was like, oh, this dude open. But I think that was a great gesture that he did, because he's not the romantic type. He's
Mm-hmm.
not the type to take people on dates. He's not the type to show vulnerability. So that's my brother. What up, mom?
Okay.
Yes, that's my brother. But yeah, it's that's one of the gestures that I loved that he did. Like when I think about that scene, it's like I sat back and was like, but you ain't getting no cutty. So I don't know, that's good. You still did it though. But yeah.
Actually, that's one of my scenes that I have listed. I love that scene and just the uniqueness of the entire thing. Um,
Yeah.
I love
So me and my wife went to on a date.
it.
Man, first, yeah, right. On a date, and it was candles, and it was violinists. And they did a Whitney Houston tribute through violins. And
Okay.
it blew my mind because it sounded just like it. It was so dope. It was so dope. So that's where the inspiration came from.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
where
have.
it
Oh,
came.
I love just reading about it, so I can imagine actually experiencing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love and Katina the second had a great scene. Yes.
Yes.
Jennifer said them church people read too. I guess she said.
I
She
go to
said.
church. I would read in between services.
But the crazy part is, when I think about that, is we have come to a point in life where church people are okay with saying things like that, because back in the day
Yeah,
people
definitely
wouldn't
back in
say
the
things
day.
like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
it's like now we're more open and more free. God still love me. Just
Mhm.
because I have me an adult beverage, God still love me. You get what I'm
That's right.
saying? So
Right. Right.
yeah, I had to learn that, and I had to learn it the hard way, unfortunately.
Um, what's an overused romance cliche that you secretly love, or maybe not so secret, but
Cliche.
like secret baby, close proximity, arranged marriages?
I don't have any.
No.
I don't. When I read, the crazy part is, as a reader, I don't look for tropes. I don't look at tropes. I don't look at genres.
Okay.
If the book look good to me and the synopsis stand out, I'm gonna read it. Like
Okay.
I don't read trigger warnings.
Nope.
I'm one of them old school readers. Like if a book, if I look at a cover and that cover pulls me in
Speaks
to
to
read
you.
a
Yeah.
synopsis,
Right.
I'm gonna read the synopsis, and then if I like the synopsis, then
Yep.
I'm
That's
in.
how we used to do it. Go into the library or the bookstore and read the
Yeah,
back of the book or the inside of the inside cover. And because the first thing that's going to draw you is the cover
yeah,
to even pick it up. So
And the
yeah, I'm the
title.
same.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Cover and title, and that's
Yeah.
important to me as an author. If you see all of my covers, they have to be unique. They have to stand
Mhm.
out, and also the titles have to stand out. I don't want a title that nobody got. Now, don't get me wrong. Back Down Memory Lane was different, but
Right.
it just kind of like went with the story. But other than that, I try to choose titles that is different from the rest.
Mhm.
Different.
Love it, love it. Okay, so when you're in the mood for a good romance, what's your go-to movie?
Hmm. So me and my wife just was talking about this, and she said I shouldn't say this movie because it's kind of sad. But if Bell Street Can Talk,
Okay, okay.
really
What
good
was it? What was it
movie.
about that movie that
I just think how the female main character and the male main character just came about. Like I think their connection was so organic
mm,
that you felt it through the screen. And
mm,
when I look at movies like that, I'm thankful to know that it is real because that's a reflection of me and my wife. Like that's how we connect on a level that yeah, we magnetic. So I
right,
think
right.
that's why. But on the flip side of that, and I think I said this before, Love Jones, that is my
Mm.
movie.
That
Like
still, yeah, that still stands
I
the test of
love me
time.
some Love Jones. And the scene that sticks out to me, remember when they went dancing with the
Mhm,
reggae?
Yes, the reggae.
mhm.
Yeah.
That, that's me.
That's one of
That's
my
the type
favorite
of
things is dance.
Yeah.
yes, yes. But also the scene where they run through the water, where the water
Oh yeah.
kind of like comes up. Oh, I love them two scenes, man.
Okay,
Ah man, yeah.
love it, love it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Myra saying that was a good movie. Which one you talking about,
At
Myra?
Bell Street and could
Okay,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
then
was real good.
if I like it, I'll read it. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
then Antoinette is saying, do you have a certain routine or setting, snacks, beverage, or when you're writing?
It definitely varies. But if I'm gonna have a beverage, it's gonna be an adult beverage.
Okay.
If I have a snack, it's gonna be something like a granola bar, or like M&M
That is not
peanuts.
that's not a fun snack, Lamartz. No, I'm just playing with you.
But yeah, like something like that.
Something light, yeah, where you're
Yeah,
not,
something
yeah,
something like because I don't want to fall asleep
right.
Right. Yeah.
because
And
we
then you
fall
don't want
asleep
anything
when
too
we eat.
greasy and stuff either. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. Especially when you read. And especially when we used to read a lot more print books. You had to be careful. I used to take the cover, the flap off of my
Yep, me
books.
too.
Yeah.
I still do that. I still
I
do
do
that with
too.
my hardcovers.
Do you?
I take it off and I read just like that.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Miss JB is saying, yeah, you don't have to save mine. Which give me context, JB.
She talking about Love Jones. That's
Oh, okay, okay.
he was like, "Give me mine now. You ain't got to save it."
You ain't gotta save it. You ain't gotta save it, honey.
It's been so long since I watched that movie. I do not remember the
I
lines from
remember, like I just saw it today.
No, me too.
Word for
Me
word.
too.
Yeah.
But it ain't even clicked to me until you said it, Shimon.
Yeah.
it. Jennifer is saying, same here. I'm an old school reader.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
and Katina is second in JB's
Yeah.
line.
But
Yes.
since we are all old school readers, what is an old school book that you would say kind of like stands out that you would say as an old school reader, that's some old school banging writing, like real good writing.
Probably Eric Jerome Dickey's Cream in My Coffee is one.
Oh, yes. For me, it's Tracy Brown, White
Milk in my
Lines.
coffee.
What is it?
Milk in my coffee.
Milk in My
Milk in
Coffee.
my coffee.
Milk in My Coffee.
Yeah.
Is
But
it
yeah,
Milk in
so-
My Coffee or Cream?
It's milk in my coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, milk in my coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you say? You said which one, Lamartz?
White Lines by Tracy Brown.
Okay.
Oh, that
I
book.
never read that.
I never read.
I never read hers. Yeah.
You definitely
yeah.
got to get into a Tracy Brown book. She's
Yeah.
my favorite author of all
Okay.
times. R.I.P. Because she's no
Yeah.
longer with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Katina. Yes, Kindred is one of my favorites. Yes.
Okay,
Most
yeah.
definitely. And of course, we can't
the
let let me see, Waiting to Exhale, Disappearing Act.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Some good stuff, man.
Oh
And
yeah, Erica, you're right. Heart of a Falcon by Francis.
Yes,
By
and
Francis
I
Drake.
haven't read that in a while, but yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, most definitely. Coldest Winter was like a rite of
yeah,
passage for everybody.
Yes, it was. If you ain't read that, you wasn't
that's what
a
I was
black
gonna say.
reader.
Right. I was gonna say Elaine Harris. I loved his.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
Elin, I had to put him down for a minute though, because he had me like paranoid for a minute back in the day. But yeah, his stuff was good. We used to read it a lot in our book club.
Mhm.
Yep, some good ones, some good ones. Okay, so did you see what I have put on the email about the what's on your bookshelf?
Yes,
Do you have your 3 book recs?
yes. So, um, my first book rec is "With Love from Harlem" by Rashonda Tate.
Yes, yes. I love one of my favorites since she been,
I
yes,
love her. I love her.
yes.
Um, Another one of my favorites, Essay Cosby. Oh my God,
I
King
just
of
got into
Ashes.
him. I just got into it. Yes.
He's one of my favorite. So King of Ashes, is one, and then my third one. It was a toss up. With this, but I have to say Parachutes by Takira Allen, and that's book 1 through 3. Although I'm scared to read book 3, I'm holding off on it, but I'm gonna read it.
I've heard about parachutes. I haven't read. So it's 3
Ooh,
books
that's a
in it. I forgot to
journey.
think it was one
It's
book. Okay.
yeah, no, it's 3 books, and that is so Tracy Brown and Takira Allen are my two favorite authors. Like I tell people
Okay.
all the time that they are automatic. Well, Tracy Brown, but Takira Allen is an automatic buy. I love how they layer their stories. So Damaged by Necessity was really a homage to them and how they put stories together.
Did you ever read what was her name? California J. Cooper, is that her name? Was her name?
No,
She used to write some really good ones too back in the day.
no, I gotta
Um
check her out.
J. California Cooper. That's the thing.
Gotcha.
Erica is saying The Hand I've Been With by Tina McElroy. Okay.
Good stuff.
So,
Yes.
Lamar, do your wife read?
Absolutely.
Ah,
Whew.
y'all a
I love
dream
it.
couple. I
So
know,
listen,
right?
when I first met her, she came from the Zangs and the Ever
Mhm.
Jerome Biggies,
Mm-hmm.
so I had to kind of bring her over to, not the newer, like the Takira Allens, the T Styles, the Danielle Allens, the Kawans, like, so I had to kind of bring her over here, but absolutely she reads hands
Okay.
down, like, and I love when we read a book together. we
Yeah.
we be going in, like, let me tell you, we still to this day, if you ever get a chance to read it, and I know I keep talking about Tracy Brown, but her book Hold You Down, reread that book back in like 2022, 2023. We still argue about that book.
Yeah.
You know,
We
that is
still
strange.
argue about that book.
I just saw a reviewer, and I believe that was the book that she was talking about, because the
Yo,
author's name is the same name. So I think that's the book that she was talking about.
yeah, so I
Um
love the back and forth.
Erica, Erica and Mama Tony are telling me it's J. California Cooper. I don't know if I said it wrong,
Yep, you said it.
but yeah.
Mhm.
And then Internet is saying, what was the book running neck and neck with the third choice?
So the other book was Clay Kane's Burning Down
I have
Master's
that.
House.
Yep. I still have to. I started reading it, but I haven't finished.
But let me tell you, it's heavy.
That's why I put it down,
It
because I have
is
to be in the right.
heavy. It's heavy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. I have to be in the right frame of mind. I read some of it and put it down, but it's very,
Yeah.
so far what I've read is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get into the book and the characters a bit. Now, how you pronounce his name? Ashai?
Us
Ashai?
shy. Yep.
Ashai. Okay, so can you tell everybody in the audience who he is as a character, like his personality, his backstory?
Absolutely. So a shy blaze is a man who has been through so much stemming from his childhood. So he was left in an apartment by himself where his mom, I'm gonna say, left him, and then he ended up meeting Mega, who is his brother, and they got kind of invited to Ruby's house, right? And Ruby took them in, but she had a ultimative of why she took them in.
Of course.
And she taught him from when he was younger to be silent and be a killer, be that silent killer. So all of this time, that is all that he knew. That is all that he saw himself doing for the rest of his life. But when life happens and he has to really take life by the horns and understand who he really is when things start to kind of like transpire, but it is necessary for where he is going, and
Mhm.
it is necessary for the man that he is really called to be.
Love that. Love that. And what about Gina, the heroine?
Yes. So Gina Thompson, my girl, boss chick. She don't play
Definitely.
no games. She
Definitely.
is about everything. Like, one thing I love about Gina is she's one that don't take it from a guy in a relationship. She is what we call influencer, but she's a life coach to a lot of women, basically empowering them to be better, empowering them when it comes to relationships to stand up and be, who they are. So she's not a damsel in distress.
Right.
She's not letting men walk over her, because she tells a shy, if you want to be with me, you're going to have to start talking. You're going to have to really start manning up, because yeah, you hard. Yeah, you kill people. But listen, you got to have some vulnerability in order to, be a man. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
And on the flip side of that, she had a lot of trauma growing up. Her dad, which they called the general, he went away to war and he didn't come back the same. And that
Right.
affected his family. So that kind of caused a lot of trauma. So she has to go through that. But one thing I love is the person she is, allow her to become this influencer and get on TV, but she doesn't understand that her story is going to help so many women.
And I love the little, now what is it, vlogs or articles that she
Yep,
does?
blogs,
Yes, I
right?
love the vlogs and the advice and stuff that she. I
Yes.
just love that all
He,
throughout the
yeah, he
story.
dropped a lot of nuggets on them blogs. I was
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
most
and I can
definitely.
read a passage, at the end, if you
Okay.
want to, we can. Yeah, I got it ready.
Yes, yes, yes. That's one of my favorite parts of the story. And I agree with you. She definitely. I love that she knew her worth basically, because she was not
Yes.
about to settle for anything. So if he wasn't coming correct, then she letting
Yep.
him know.
don't come at
Don't
all.
even, right, right. So
And
I
it
love.
was important for me to show that, is because I want women, because most of my readers are women, but I want women to walk away feeling empowered. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, we can read, because I'm sure a lot of women has been through different things in relationships in life, and you guys had to learn. But at the end of the day, I want to uplift you. I want
Mhm.
to uplift our Black queens, because I tell women all the time, I worship the ground that our Black women walk on, because without you guys, we would not be here. But also, you guys are strong, resilient, and women that is here to take over the world. Like Beyonce say, who won the world?
Right. And what you're saying is poignant at this moment in time, because you've seen so much,
Yep.
in the press lately about, the differences between the black man and the one black woman,
Yeah.
and especially with so much violence and stuff that's been going on. So
Yeah.
it's good to depict that, because it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
Myra is saying, oh, she's waiting to read. Yeah, you'll enjoy it, Myra. And Katina is saying, the Shy showed so much growth, which is important
Yes.
to me when I'm reading. And he did. He definitely grew. Um, and I love the brotherhood between him and Mega, and
Yes.
how Mega was, giving him advice as far as,
Yeah.
it's worth it. He was telling them it's worth it if you find your person.
Yes, but you know the crazy part is, and my brother, hopefully he's still in here. My brother Juan is that's really our life. Like
Oh, really?
literally,
Okay.
that is like how we've been friends since fifth grade. So 20 plus years.
Okay.
And we just went through so much. And one thing I can say about my brother is he always hold me down. He always hold me accountable. Like if I call him right now and I need him, he right there. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
those people don't come around often, and not
Mm-hmm.
everybody gets to experience that level of friendship. So
That's
I'm
true.
thankful for him, and I really hope he's in here.
He
And
is.
he can definitely see that.
Yeah, he
I
sound here.
love that. I love that. I love
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things too about it to read about is strong friendships or
yeah,
see them depicted in movies because especially with Black women, we sometimes get a bad rep as far as that have we can't be friends with other women and all that stuff,
that was important.
which is a myth.
Right, it
Um,
is. That's why I had to show it between Gina and Mona. Like,
Mona.
yes,
no, they not jealous of each other. They rooting for each other. They
right.
pushing each other, to be the best. And on the flip side of that, they gonna throw hands for each other
Mm-hmm.
too.
Right.
Cause
Mm-hmm.
I know even on the flip side of that, my brother, he gonna throw hands for me. You get
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So and you need people around you, like even though we shouldn't be fighting at our big age, but you need people around you like that.
That's right. You do. And Antoinette agrees with you. She says, "Say
For
that."
real.
Okay, so what? How did you? What made you want to put in the part about the reality show as far as Regina?
Because I wanted the readers to see how big she had become. Because a lot of times we have these influencers, on these platforms saying these things and not following what they were saying. And I wanted to show somebody out here is really giving good advice and is following, that advice. So I
Mm-hmm.
needed her to be seen on a broader level, but I also wanted to see the behind the scenes of when you shoot a reality show, that your life a lot of times is not yours to tell, that they're going to pick and choose what they want to show. So you just got to fight kind of like for what you believe in. And she had to learn that. So I had to show that on a kind of like a broader scale.
And I loved how you depicted it too, because that is true. Sometimes we forget that the producers are producing those scenarios.
Yep.
Um,
And they get paid for drama.
yep,
Right. Right.
yep.
They get paid.
I wanted to say before we had moved on when you made a reference about Beyonce, Ashay had me laughing when he told old girl that he said you've been listening too much Beyonce because you are replaceable.
Oh yeah, yep.
He sure did. He sure did. And I was like,
He
yo,
didn't hold
dude,
his
you
tongue for
crazy.
nobody.
Oh no,
Right.
no. He
He did
didn't.
not
He
hold no
didn't.
tongue. No.
Antoinette is saying this book sounds like a winner. Um, she's putting in her TBR this evening.
No TBR. No TBR.
Move it to the top. Move it to the
To
top.
the
Move it
top.
to the top,
To the top.
Antoinette. Move it
Uh-huh.
to the top. Move it to the top.
Yeah, because our
Um,
TBRs is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Man, listen. And I only said I was gonna read 12 books for the year. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good luck with that.
Okay, so Katina is bringing up a scene. We won't get too much away because it's a pivotal scene,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yes, it was devastating, very heartbreaking, very
Oh man.
emotional. And I'm like, okay, what is Lamartz doing to me? Because I already, and then it was so bad is I had already read two other books that were like heavy. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on
Mm.
with these dysfunctional, terrible, horrible parents?
Yeah, I had to take a break. I took like a month break after that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, that one was very, very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Tough scene to read about. Erica says she just bought the book.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it.
And Antoinette saying gotcha. So we telling her move it up.
Move it on up.
Move it on
Yeah.
up, Antoinette.
Moving on up.
Okay, so you know what I love too, how Ashai was so in tune with her after what happened at the house, and he knew that she needed to get the stuff out, so he took her to the Smash House. But you know, I love that you also brought a little levity in when she thought the Smash House was. She was like, "Wait a minute, what you trying to do? Get me out."
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy. But you know what was crazy about that is I think the reason he was able to kind of meet her where she was is because she didn't allow him to be mediocre from the beginning.
True. That's true.
A lot of times we get in relationships, and because it's new, because you know the butterflies are there, we don't say what we really want to say. But Gina held him accountable from day one. And don't get me wrong, they were friends with benefits, so he kind of, you know, got what he wanted, but she got what she wanted too. So
Right.
but when it started to get real, she said, "Listen, I don't know where this is going, but in word, you better get it right."
Not leave me
Gina
alone.
was no joke, that's for sure.
I love their banter back and forth with the sex stuff.
Yeah. I love that too. And Midnight is saying this book will
Just
appeal
back and
to
forth
all
with it.
reading palettes.
Yeah.
I agree, Midnight.
I didn't want to pack all of it in there. It just happened like that. But I'm glad it turned out the way it did. So
Yeah, because I'm like, oh my goodness. But it you know, I'm like I told you, I really enjoyed it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Another one that really got to me was the Shy's upbringing as well, with his mother and just her treatment, leaving him to fend for himself, and you know, that was tough too. That was like, so both him and Gina were very, you know, damaged.
Yes.
Even though they were both, you know, still moving forward and, you know, able to still thrive in spite of it. I think Gina more so probably than him. But
well, I think he thrived in his own way until he was able to understand that it was more. I feel like he was at his ceiling of thriving in his mind. He had the money, he did what he wanted to do, he said what he wanted to say, and he got pleasure out of you know, bringing people to their knees. So that's the thriving in his mind. But once he was able to understand, you know, it's more to life than, you know, what you were presented, I think that caused him to thrive in a healthier way.
Right. And I think that she brought, that's another thing too, where her and him seeing how Mecca was able to change, and with Mona, all of that I think contributed to him, you know, starting to think a different way and wanting more.
Yes.
Because even with the thing with towards the end where he decided that he wanted his own business.
Yeah.
He started thinking about the possibility.
It started rubbing off on you. Like Mega said, you got bit by the bug.
Right.
And he was like, "Here this damn bug go."
I love their relationship. Loved it. Midnight is saying she paired the wine recommendation with Bourbon Barrel Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay.
And I was gonna ask for that. I was gonna say, Midnight, what would you pair with this? And she don't put it up.
Okay.
And the crazy part is, so I'm having a event this weekend. It's my official book release celebration here in Wilmington, and I am getting her wine pairing. So we're gonna have that wine, and we're giving it to all of the guests. So thank you, Midnight.
I love that. Yep. Ola is saying she got your book when she saw you on Midnight Show.
Thank
she started
you.
reading it. She started reading it today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Katina, I was just about to go there. Let's talk about Legend.
Ooh.
I was just about to go there because I actually was very intrigued by him.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, well, who is this guy and what is his story? And with these two giant dogs, which I love dogs. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was there for it. But give us a little bit of
So
Legend, who Legend is.
yeah, so Legend is a character that people seem to love. And although I didn't put kind of like his story
Mhm.
in the book because it was really based on Gina and Ashai, his story actually developed in my head. And I was just like, okay,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I think so it's something that I am gonna explore with Legend. He has a lot, oh my god, he has a lot to tell. But I really can't really commit to it for a while. So because 2027 is going to be my year of my traditionally published stuff. So I'm really
Okay.
about to start writing my traditionally published book. So I'm focusing on that. But once I get all of that out the way, then
I'm
definitely
here
Legend
for it
has a
because
story.
I'm definitely intrigued by him, and apparently Katina is
Yeah,
too. And I remember when I was
Midnight
watching
too.
with Midnight, yeah, that she said she was as
Yeah.
well.
So
Um,
yeah, I got y'all. I got y'all.
can't wait, can't wait. Um,
I think this Miss Brown up here, she don't post the link
oh,
to
she
get this book.
okay.
Man,
I love it, love it.
yes.
Yes,
I
thank
love
you
that.
to my lovely
Um,
wife.
but yes, very, very good job. Just like I enjoyed it, just like when you were on before with Back Down Memory Lane. Still love that book as well. And anybody in the audience who hasn't read that, I highly recommend that one as well,
Thank
by
you.
him. And check out the previous broadcast. That was a good conversation that we had.
Oh yeah, that was a good conversation.
Mhm.
And I had to come back. I was like, I have to when you um interact with genuine people, you always want to keep that connection. So when I had the opportunity to come back, on the show, I'm like, yeah, I'm all in because at the end of the day, you guys support, you read, and you uplift authors. So I'm thankful to be on your platform. Honestly, I really am. I don't take it for granted at all.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Before you go, do you have? I know you said you're working on, or you're finished with the one
Sweet
that's gonna
nectar.
be, yeah, with the
Yep.
what is it called, with the peach?
Sweet nectar. Sweet nectar. Let
Mm.
me. So sweet nectar
Oh, he
is.
already got the book. Look at
uh,
Lamar's. Okay.
All right, all right. I love that cover.
Yes. So Sweet Nectar is a short novella. It is my introduction into erotic. But it's erotic with a storyline.
Okay.
That's the key because I need me a
Right.
story.
Mhm.
Because listen, I love some good sex, but you got to give me a storyline.
Right.
You have
Right.
to. So Sweet Nectar, it is a blind read. It does not come with a synopsis. It does not come with trigger warnings. It does
Okay.
not come
That's my
with
book.
anything.
But that lovely
Um,
cover.
yes. So you're gonna go into it not knowing what you're gonna get.
I'm here
I
for it.
go
I'm
in
here
every
for
book
it.
like that. I don't read synopsis. I don't read synopsis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
Shivani
didn't
doesn't.
even
I,
put
I
it.
have to read them because I need to know what
They give away,
at
yeah,
least a little
some
bit
of
of
them
what's
give away the book.
because
Yeah, I'm gonna go in blind. So I like
some things
Yeah,
I stay away from, so I need to know what I'm
I
getting
get
myself into.
you.
yeah.
But yeah, oh, thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate
Yes.
it. But yes, continued success with the book, and
Thank you.
where you going to you have some events coming up too, right?
Yep. So I am going to be at Black Romance Book Fest in Atlanta. It's sold out. But I'll be there May 29th to June 1st. And then I'm really excited for Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses. In South Carolina, I call her my sis Aisha Bree, and my cousin, I call her Kimberly Brown. That's their event, and I am their first male author.
Okay.
and and to me that says something.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm so honored that they chose to invite me. And I may be the only male author. I know they just opened up for more authors. But I'm just thankful, first male author at an amazing event like that. So I'm looking forward to that. That's October 9th and 10th, I think.
That's right. That's correct.
Yep. Ninth and 10th. And that is closing me out for the year. So,
Okay.
and I want to say Sweet Nectar is only an event and website exclusive. It will not be on Kindle, it will not be in ebook form.
Okay.
This is straight to me
Look,
because Amazon be tripping.
I'm trying to click the links, Mrs. Brown on post, and I can't even click them. I'm gonna have to wait till after the show.
Well, I definitely will be getting my copy as well. So
Yes.
I cannot wait to read it. But it was a pleasure talking to you as usual.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
we have a treat for you coming up in the next few months, everybody in the audience. So stay tuned and keep watching the show.
Yes.
But thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a good one.
You too.
You.
All right, and we're going to get into our second segment.
Well, I like his thing, ALB. Yeah.
We're gonna
funny,
get
I just
into
met him for the first time in October at another event, and that was my first time ever hearing of him. And now he everywhere.
Yep, I remember. I think it was Erica who said that she remembers seeing him at one of the events.
Yeah.
And that's was her first time meeting him. Okay, so I actually have two books, but the reason is that book one is like an introduction
to book two. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I need to,
All right.
put up book two as well. Although it's a series, but those two are closely connected.
Sure, this your show. You ain't gotta get no explanation.
But no, I'm just saying, because y'all don't want people saying, "What?"
We know how you is. We know how you is. You be getting them little extras. You say 5, you do 7. We get 5, you get 7.
No, it wouldn't just be a few of us. But I did really good the last one, though. I did good.
You did. I know it was
hard.
The
first one, it was hard. The first one, because I think the first one we only had 5. That was definitely hard to do. Thank you, Islin. Thank you.
Tina.
You see how she doing me, Katina?
Tina, you know I'm right.
Katina was right there with me,
right.
I can't remember if Katina went over, but I know a few of us went over on that first one. All right, so let me see. I'll go first this time because I usually have you all go first. Let me see. Okay, so I'll bring up the first book one first. And the first book is short. It's only like 157 pages. Yeah, because remember I said it's like an introduction basically to the characters, even though it's still a solid story. But and it's an erotica. It's an African American erotica, but it's also like you get suspense, you get you get friends. Yep, you get friendships, you get family. It is so good. It's one of my favorite series that I read back in the day by S.K. Hardy. And the name of the series is called Sin City Heat. And this is book 1 of the series. And let me get my notes. And let me know in the audience if you all have read S.K. Hardy before.
Right, Tina. Ooh.
Okay, so like I said, it's African American erotica, African American romance. It's 175 pages, and the synopsis is: what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Of course, it doesn't. But when you by chance meet that person who you think just might be the one, do you listen to your head and play it safe, or open up your heart and hold on tight for the ride of a lifetime? 3 years ago, Alicia met Dr. Marcus Bennett at a conference in Las Vegas. The brief hours they spent together were positively scorching, and the man had yet to kiss her. Due to circumstances beyond their control, they never got the opportunity to explore the attraction simmering like a low burning flame waiting to be ignited. When Marcus doesn't show up for what is sure to be the best night of Alicia's life, she chalks it up to a lesson learned and goes back to Atlanta a couple of days later. She never hears from or sees him again until her two best friends, Jera and Keisha, fly her to Vegas for a fun filled weekend to celebrate her impending marriage to the man of her dreams, ex football pro Amir Montgomery. Out of 2 million people residing in the city, who does Alicia bump into the first night but Marcus Bennett?
Okay.
And man, this whole series is like scorching hot.
Yeah, Erica said it had her in a chokehold.
Ooh, this series is scorching, scorching, scorching. And and what I love about it though, each book connects to the previous book. So all the storylines connect. And it's basically built around 6 friends. Well, actually Marcus's two best friends, Dominic and Darrell, and then you have their ladies and then Alicia. So they all are friends. They all have a big friend group, and then they're paired off. So we get their storylines. What I love too is that we get the continuation after the initial, like, you know how at the end of the romance where it's the happily ever after, because it's an ongoing series and it's connected. We get, you know, the growing pains. What happens when you know get married, you have kids. Very, very well done. SK did a great job developing these characters. It got to the point where you feel you so invested in what's happening with them, similar to how we are with Capone and them. It's the same with these characters. I'm telling you, you do yourself a favor, you will love it. And let me bring up book 2. Book 2's cover is Twisted Obsession. Is book 2, Twisted Obsessions by S.K. Hardy. And this one is a continuation where we get more of Marcus and Alicia, but we also get Darrell and Jera's story, as well as Dominic and Alicia and Keisha. And Dom and Keisha, man, they gonna really scorch the pages when you read this, because they are like their relationship is very unique. So that's all I'll say about that. But with this one, it's 226 pages. They both came out in 2011. One came out in May, one came out in September. This one is life dealt you a hand that was little more than dirt, but you hustled and turned it into gold. Now you have everything at your fingertips. The life you always wanted and the love you thought you would never find finds you. Everything's perfect, or is it? The Vegas crew from Sin City Heat's first book is back. Marcus and Alicia are finally enjoying a life together, but like all new relationships, they're going through severe growing pains. While Alicia is hesitant about taking that next step, another woman comes on the scene and decides she wants Marcus for herself. Darrell and Jera are now married and awaiting their baby. However, Jera still hasn't been completely forthcoming with Darrell about how an incident from her past. Before she is able to tell him about the secret she's kept buried for so long, a crisis with their best friends arises that demands their full attention and support. Keisha McKnight answers to nobody but herself, and that's just the way she likes it. When she meets her male counterpart, Dominic Spain, things seem perfect. No expectations, no commitments, but life has a way of showing you that you don't always call the shots, and the two of them grow closer every day. However, a person from the past enters Keisha and Dominic's life and threatens to destroy everything they've built. And Twisted Obsessions is more than just an erotica. It takes you on a ride so unbelievable. The outcome is the last thing you would ever expect. Yeah, you get so much like it's like erotic thriller or something, or erotic suspense, because you get a lot more than just the erotic stuff. But it is so sensual and it's just so well done. And then I believe it's 4 books in the first, because this is gonna have a lot of spinoffs too to the Sin City series. And I believe in this one is 4 books. These are 4 or 5. And one of the we're going to be introduced to Angel throughout the series, and he's going to be like an enigma. But in book 4, we get his story. But yeah, you have to check it out, Shavonna. You will love it, love it, love it.
Erica says
Oh,
8
okay.
in the
Erica
main
says a
series.
prequel. Which one is the prequel? Let me check.
Yeah, she says 8 in the main series. Then there's a spinoff.
Yeah, it's 2 spinoffs. The Patels, and then you're gonna get because I believe SK had took a break and then she came back and gave us like another part of the Patel series. So it's a lot of it's gonna be a lot of books that spin off from this particular one. Let's see. Okay, so book 3 is No Secrets, No Lies. Book 4 is Angel's Wrath, and then
Erica said beginning of an eclipse.
okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, and you know it always throws me off because it's showing book 8. But yeah, beginning of an eclipse. Yeah, but very, very good series. I can't say enough about it. All right.
Okay.
And then
I've added it.
okay, let me bring yours. Yep, Katina, the ropes. I'm telling you, you will love, 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 love this series. To the point where when I started going back over like the synopsis and the reviews and stuff, because I was trying to find my review, but I couldn't find it. I'm like, okay, I got to do a reread. Because it's been many, many years. Okay, so this one is one that Shavonna chose for her highlight, and it's a favorite of mine as well. She brought this author to my attention.
And it was funny that, you know, I picked this book before Lamartz even said it, you know, about being in the church and writing what he wanted to write, because Miss Lakeisha is a pastor of a whole church and she just be getting in it.
Because this one, man, packed a punch. I told Katina about it. I don't know if you read it yet, Katina, but this is the one I was talking about while I slept.
So yeah, While I Slept by Lakeisha Johnson is only 82 pages, Katina. So you can knock this out in about an hour, 30 minutes.
And it packs a punch.
It ain't one of Cheryl's. But yes, those 82 pages pack a punch. The beginning, the middle, and wrap it up in a nice little neat bow.
I agree.
They have you with your looking just like her with your eyes wide open. So while I slept, everything I thought about my life turned out to be a lie. The plans we made and prepared for wiped out in the blink of an eye. In the morning and during the day, things seemed fine, except plans were being made to end my life while I slept. In this quick suspense short read, come along on the journey of Cora and Tyrone. Patrick is one of them, finds out how life can change drastically while they sleep. This book was so good. When I got to the end, I was like, and then it's over. I'm like, yeah. There's not been a book that I have not read by her that was not
surprised
good.
that I hadn't heard of her until you had told me about her. But
yeah, she just dropped a new one. I gotta go read that.
But yeah, this one I'm like, we got to have her back just so we can talk about this book, because man, this book was something else.
All her books are something else, but this right here.
Oh, Katina said it's on her TV. I know I told you about it. And then is what are you asking if SK is on Audible? Let me check. I don't know.
I don't think I saw that it was.
I don't know. Good question.
Oh, look at that. I got some Kindle credits. I might well go and get some of these right here. This SK.
Because I'm telling you, you gonna be like Erica said, gonna have you in the chokehold. You gonna love these characters.
I see the Fallen Heir part of the Royals is on audio, but I don't see the Patels. Let's see, book I don't think they're on audio.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Not this one.
What's two men on the cover? Oh, back there behind. Do you know something? I have not noticed
Uh-huh.
that. I always see
Yeah.
her, but I hadn't noticed them back there.
That's Tyrone, and then that's Patrick.
That's the
Mhm.
first. Since she pointed it out, I did not notice them the first few times I watched this.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Erica said SK is not on audio. Yep.
But you gonna want to read it anyway, because when I tell you, oh my, because you can't read these out and about. You gonna want your fan. You gonna want your ice cold water.
Oh.
You ain't gonna want to be out in the public and with an audio with some of the stuff that goes on in these books.
Okay.
Oh man, take my word for it. It is a ride, and you know how I love these well-developed characters where you like so invested, and you get that with this series and all the spinoffs with the Patels and stuff. Because that was another one. When she stepped away for a minute, everybody was like, where are the Patels, the rest of the Patels? But she did come back and she finished all the series. So, but that, yeah, it had, like Erica said, it had everybody in the chokehold. So you will not be disappointed. And when y'all read it, please come back and let me know what you think about it, because it's up there with as being one of my favorite series.
Katina, go and grab that book and read it. It's 82 pages.
And then let me see. Okay, so next week we'll be on with Michelle Stimson with her new book, upcoming book. What is it called? Second Chance, Second Chances. I'm sorry. And then
Katina. Y'all had a nasty thing.
We did, because you know what? When Lamartz was talking, I'm like, okay, so my highlight is definitely erotic. But it's so much more than erotic, though. Because like he was saying, he needed a story with his. I definitely do. And you get so much with these books. You get the friendships, you get the family, you get the suspense, you get the drama, you get the secrets that's being revealed. So it's a lot, but you also do get the sting. And that's why I said you definitely would not be able to listen to this unless you had headphones on when you out and about. And Erica said between yes, Darrell and Dime, you don't want. That's what I said. They wouldn't want to be reading this aloud. Man, I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, like I said, you're gonna need your fan, your cold water, whatever. Because she definitely brings the heat in the entire series. She definitely brings the heat.
Michelle's book is You Can't Hurry Second Chance.
Thank you.
Comes out tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you all can join us next week for that as well. And then we won't be on the week of the 18th. I have a dentist appointment that day. And then we will be on Thursday, the following week after Memorial Day, with Kayla Hardy. And I'm excited to talk to her about this book, The Quarter Queen, which is a fictional story about Madame Marie Laveau from New Orleans. So I'm excited about that. And then June 1st, me and Shavonda will be on with J.L. Campbell, Murder by the Book. So I'm excited to read that as well. Because if you haven't watched our last time, we were talking to J.L. with her previous thriller, and this was her debut thriller, Flames of Wrath. Do yourself a favor. This was it was so good, so crazy, man. But very, very good.
Yes, I can't wait to read Murder by the Book. I just looked at my May calendar and I only have 2 books that I have to read.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, because it's my birthday month.
And don't forget that we will be on, and everyone, if you're in my I Aspire Books group. We will be talking to Maureen Smith on June 27th, which is a Saturday. You do have to register. So if you've been a fan of the Wolfpack series, please be sure to join us for our discussion. We're going to be focusing on Manning Wolf book, Seducing the Wolf. But I'm sure we're going to talk about most of the series. But that's the focus. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out and being so engaged. I'm sure Lamartz also appreciates it. And if you haven't already, please do yourself a favor and get the book and check out his catalog. I read Back Down Memory Lane, and that was also a very good read. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
And have a happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.